Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm bringing you an eye tutorial on this rosy bronze shadow look, and I am using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam Palette. This is the eye look that I was wearing, or at least as close as I can remember to what I was wearing in my Favorite Nude Lipsticks video. Several of you requested a tutorial on that, so that's what I'm bringing you today. I changed out the lip combo. In that video, I do tell you what I was wearing in there, but I just thought I would switch it up and give you a little more kind of a vibrant, summery lip look with this berry color. But this eye combo is very versatile. It goes with lots of different colors, lots of different lip combos. So I just thought I would switch it up for you today. So without further ado, we're going to jump into the tutorial. And because my neighbors were being a little noisy today, it's a voiceover, but I hope you don't mind. All right, guys, so we're starting off with Tempura on a Morphe M208. We're putting this just below the brow and bringing this color down to the top of the crease. And then going in with a Real Technique setting brush, we're going to put a little more of that shade through the crease, and this will just make everything blend a little bit easier. Now going in with a Morphe M504, we're going to start off with Dusty Rose. This look overall is a little more cooler tone, so that's why we're starting with this shade. And I layered this a couple times to get it to the point that you're seeing here. And then just to add a slight bit of warmth for my skin tone, I added a little orange soda between that Dusty Rose shade and the brow bone highlight. Next, taking a Morphe M433, we're going in with the shade Rustic, which is a slightly more cooler brown in this palette. And I am just putting this right on the outer corner of the lid and just the outer corner of the crease. Don't bring this in too far, or it can make this look even more dramatic than it is. So I'm just blending this in slightly, and then going in with a touch of mulberry with that same brush. I'm going to use this right on the edge of where Rustic ends, and just a tiny little bit into the crease as well. But again, don't bring this in too far. We're going to try to keep this look a little less dramatic. Then go back, as always, with the Morphe M504. Make sure everything is blended. And then we'll take a little more Dusty Rose if you feel like you need it to help those darker colors right there in that outer corner blend a little bit better. And now it's time to address the upper lash line. We're going to go in with the Urban Decay Stag eyeliner. And you can use any dark brown eyeliner. And I'm just taking this from about the midway point out to the outer corner, like I usually do, kind of creating a little bit of a wedge shape out here. It does not have to be precise. We're just using this more as a base because we are going to go over the top of it with a brush and a little bit of shadow to kind of further soften this line. So now with this tiny little brush, the Sedona Lace EB21, just smudging out the top of that line ever so slightly to make it a little bit softer. And then we're going to go in with our lid shade. So I'm taking the E60 from Sigma and that beautiful sultry shade. This is like a purpley bronzy shade. And I am using it dry here so you can see how pigmented it is. I'm working it first from the middle out towards the corner, and then I'm bringing it just a little bit past the midway point towards the inner corner. Then on an E30 pencil brush from Sigma, I'm going to go in with Glistening from the inner corner and then going over the edge of where we stopped with that sultry shade. And you'll see we kind of go back and forth between these two to kind of get the right blend there, because I didn't want a harsh stop of that sultry shade. Then go back with Sultry, add just a little bit more of that in the center, and then you will see we're going to go over this edge, kind of where those two colors meet, with rose pink. And what this does is it really creates, you'll see in the end look, a nice kind of gradient where when the light catches it, it goes from gold to pink to kind of a slightly coppery bronze color, then to the deeper bronze. So now I'm going back with the M433 through the crease, just making sure everything is blended, and then adding a little extra darkness in the outer corner with the Morphe M506 and a little bit of mulberry shade. You want to be careful not to bring this too far. And then I'm going in with an angled brush and Noir. I wanted to add just a little bit of darkness right at the lash line and create the illusion of a nice soft wing, which helps the outer corner of your eye look a little bit more lifted. But I didn't want to do liquid liner, so this is a way you can skip the liquid liner but still get that look. And then next, because I felt like I lost a little bit of the shimmeriness of this sultry shade, I went back with my finger with a little more sultry and added that right in the middle. And then I wanted a little more pink again, so I took my finger and added just a little more rose pink in between that sultry and the glistening shade. And sometimes you just have to go back and forth until you get your level of shimmeriness on the lid that you want. And then of course I always go back and blend. And then it's time for the lower lash line. I'm using that same Urban Decay eyeliner in Stag and blending this about halfway along. And then I'm going to take a flat definer brush. This is the M432. And I'm going to start with Dusty Rose, kind of in the inner corner or inner part of the lower lash line, and then do a little more rustic along the outer portion of the lower lash line, just to help blend it, keep it soft, but nothing too dramatic. Then curl lashes, applied my IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara, and now it's time for the inner corner. So I went in first with Tempera on the pencil brush. And I do this first. I am going to go over the top of it with glistening, but glistening isn't quite bright enough for my skin tone. So by putting the Tempera down first, it helps lighten it up a little bit. And so then going over it with glistening, it's just an even brighter shade than we had on that inner portion of our upper lid. Now going in for lips, I'm using the Sephora Collection lip liner in Rum Raisin. These are super smooth and creamy. Just make sure that you blend it in a little bit to avoid a harsh line there around your lips. And then I'm going to go over the top of it with the Sephora Collection lip balm in the color 07. These have a surprising amount of pigment. They're very smooth and they also have SPF in them, so great for summertime. And then because I wanted it a little bit more bright and kind of add a little dimension, I went over it with the MAC lip gloss in Oyster Girl, and this just makes the lips look a little bit fuller and kind of gives a little bit of an ombre look. So that is our finished look. You can see the gradient on the eyelid there as the light catches it. It changes colors. It's just one of my favorite looks now. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.